and he got really serious, and I was like, oh, I have heard about this incident. He said it out loud in front of everyone around. It was so weird.
Hey, I'm Sarah.
I'm Shane.
And welcome to What the Hell's Your Problem? A podcast where we talk about trivial shit that irritates us. And today, once again, it's just me and Shane, which in my mind is just fun.
Hell yeah. Yeah.
Dan is actually
we're making up that he's back.
He's in Victoria, I think. I don't know. He's like an international man of mystery, but I think he's in Victoria, but he's probably wants nothing to do with comedy or talking to us in the few days that he's home.
Yeah, he probably got his Wi-Fi back and had like 3 million emails to deal with.
I'm sure. I think he got back on Sunday. I haven't heard hide nor hair of him. What am I? Just his sister, but yeah. So it's just us, which I think's fine.
Everything's good. I got a lot of things to talk about, believe me. So.
All right.
But how's your weeks been? Yeah, haven't seen you in a couple weeks.
I know it's been a little bit stressful. Applied for a new job.
Really?
It closes. The job posting closes in 15 minutes. And I know, and I've been at the same job for almost 18 years.
Isn't that scary?
Yeah, I'm fucking terrified. I'm terrified.
Is that like is it a new like where are you working? Can you say where you applied?
Yeah,
like,
it's just a different school than the school that I currently work at.
Oh, a different school.
Yeah,
oh.
It's just a different school. I've been at the same school for 18 years. So
do you know anyone at that school?
No. Not
so you're
at all.
like you'll have to make friends and you'll have to
I know.
choose your laugh.
Right? Like
yeah.
And I'm a pretty loud person, so some people appreciate my loudness and some people find it really irritating when you work in a small area with me. So we'll see how this pans out. Anyway, I didn't even think about the fact that my phone might ring in the middle of this with a job offer.
That's okay. That'll be good.
It'd be kind of entertaining. Anyway, I probably won't, but that's where I'm at. My kid got a job.
Hey, gotta think positive.
I am thinking, I'm
really
positive. My kid's got a job. Yep, after dropping off about 100 resumes, finally got a job. So that's good. Everything's good.
Yeah, it's tough out there.
Tough out there
for jobs,
especially if you're in high school.
Where did he get a job?
At a grocery store. He's very
nice,
very thrilled.
Thrifties?
No, a different one.
Oh,
I don't know if I'm allowed to say
Thrifties.
It's not Thrifties.
Yeah, Thrifties is a tough one.
Well, I know, but like
to break into.
I worked there. My sister worked there. All of our friends worked there. I don't know why it's so. Oh, my hair looks terrible. I don't know why it's so impossible. He probably dropped off 15 resumes and applications there. Anyway, screw them. He got on.
Yeah, that's what I had. I never got hired there, but I remember they were like, "Oh, you'll get a job if you keep going every single week
and
signing a book." And then you go, and there's like a 90-year-old woman working at the till. You're like, Jesus Christ.
Yeah. It's not conducive.
Well, that's congratulations to him.
Yeah,
that's amazing.
Big deal. Big deal at our house. What's going on with you, Shane? What's new?
I don't know. I just just been doing stuff. We got our rooms painted.
Ooh, that's exciting.
And we got a guy that we both know we're friends with, and so I was working at home, and he just talked to me all day, and made fun of me all day, because I was watching Ray Donovan. Apparently that's a boomer show, but it's just my background show, and between that and Landman is my work shows.
Oh, my husband watches Landman.
Well, the first season was good. The second one was real stinker.
Oh, is
in
it?
my opinion, but. Yeah, so we had the painter here. What? Sorry?
Nothing.
What?
Nothing.
Oh, okay. We had the painter here. The rooms look amazing. He was making fun of me almost every day. And then we had the cleaner come. We do have a cleaner once a week. And she came, and he was here at the same time, and I just shut the door because I didn't want to handle the awkwardness because I've never met the cleaner before. And then I just heard him say, it's kind of like Downton Abbey, hey? Like the rich guy's in this room and not coming out. And I'm like,
No.
Just put my music up, like, and I've never met her before. Um, and then yeah, he got mad at me because I said, "Oh, like, was she good looking?" Which I thought was like, I just wanted to know what she looked like, but I guess it was wrong wording because apparently she's a teenager, and he was like, "You can't say that about people like that." But I'm like, "Well, what else? I just want to know if she was old or what was going on." I didn't know what the appropriate thing was.
Not good looking. That's a bit fuck the patriarchy, Shane. I'm not gonna lie. I just gotta let my cat in.
Is it?
It did. Yeah.
Well, what would you say? I want to know what she. What should I just say? What does she look like? Sounds like more
Yeah.
derogatory.
How like is she? Yeah. What's she look like? That's fair. You can't say is she hot? Is she fat? You can't say that. Uh,
No, I would never say
is
those things.
is she like Asian? You can't say that.
Well, we can assume, but
Oh,
but no, I've only seen her shoes, and they're really cool shoes. So I just in my head, I just pictured her like being like a skateboarder chick or something. Anyway, so that, and we also hired an organizer that's going through like it's fucked up.
that's my dream
But
job.
she's really dope, and she also has pet squirrels that she like walk around on her shoulder all the time. I might have talked about this last time, but anyways, she was over last night,
For sure did not.
and I was I always think it's just gonna be like an hour, but it ended up being 3 hours of going through like all her shit, and it's uncomfortable, but she's really chill and doesn't care. Like she finds like an empty baggie or something, she's like, ha, 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 I used to go to raves and stuff like that.
What does she do?
So
Like,
now
are you a hoarder? I feel like I don't know this about you.
I'm a bit of a hoarder, but I'm okay with letting stuff go. But I am different than my fiance per se.
Job. You said it.
I hate that. I still hate it. I'm different from her. She's like very like organized, but gets overwhelmed with stuff. Like if there's stuff on every surface, and I just like do it as I go. You know what I mean? So she came into our closet, and yeah, Robin was working, so it was just me and the lady, and I get along with her really well. She smells like cigarettes and reminds me of my great aunt. I don't know, but she just goes through and she's like, "When's the last time you wore this?" I don't remember. Puts it aside, and then she takes all the stuff and she donates it herself. And then she also she has like a business marketplace account, and she'll put stuff on marketplace. It gets picked up like immediately almost.
So who gets the
So
money when she sells it?
we get the money.
Wow.
She just does it. She charges hourly, and then she just does the marketplace stuff when she's working. So it's like she's getting paid to do that kind of thing.
That is seriously what I want to do with my life.
Honestly, she loves it. She just loves organizing stuff. And big tip for the listeners that I learned. Now this might be I'm pretty dumb when it comes to this, but finding that box that's full of shit and just watch TV and go through it so it doesn't feel like now I'm kind of obsessed with it. And finding all these things I lost and then just bought stuff to replace them. And yes, I'm changing my life pretty much.
You are totally changing your
Everything's
life.
good. A lot going on. Other than that, yeah, nothing.
Nothing. That's pretty huge. I'm
Nothing.
also doing a lot of organizing because I cleaned my garage like 2 years ago, and then like 4 days later, our basement flooded, so everything went into the garage, and it's basically still sitting there.
Oh,
So I've been going through there. I found some
yeah.
good shit. I found a what are those things called? A tap, like for paying for stuff. Like if you have a market, what's it called?
Oh. I know what you're talking about. Like it's a little thing people can put their credit
Yeah,
on
I
there.
found one of those brand new in the box. I bought it and lost it
Why
the
do
day
you need
after.
that?
Well, because during one of my ADHD really good ideas about things that I was going to do to change my life. One was to start to sell crafts. So
Oh
obviously the
yeah,
first thing I
nice.
did was buy the machine and didn't really
Yes.
have anything to sell. And then lost interest after one craft fair. So I still and didn't use it because I
Did you
bought it.
do, did you do one craft fair?
Yeah, my husband made some stuff and I teamed up with a girl I knew and we did it together. I sold
God,
nothing. It ended up, I
I'm
lost
jealous.
money, significantly lost money. But
Mm.
anyway, now if I feel like charging stuff and people come to my house, they can maybe just tap it. I don't know. I don't know how this works.
You should do the Halloween market.
But I don't have
That's
anything to
where all the
sell.
cool shit is.
What do you sell?
Well, start making it. Yeah, you have till October
So much
to
work.
make stuff.
I had this really great idea, so I went thrifting and I bought like all these old, the old timey plates that everybody puts out. And then I went onto Amazon and I bought like the things to make them into like like treat trays, not treat trays. Fuck, I'm
Yep.
like a moron. Anyway, I bought this stuff so I could make those, and then obviously realized immediately that I couldn't drill them. So then I made my husband help me, and then he was
Mm.
irritated because I bought the cheapest drill bits possible off Amazon and everything was just smashing. And I ended up making half of one and I haven't done nothing with it since. And I had to,
I didn't even know there was such thing as cheap drill bits.
there are,
So
because you need a
yeah, it's either
diamond
more than
drill
me.
bit to drill plates and stuff so it
Oh,
doesn't
oh.
smash. Anyway, I bought like one for $12.99 and it just smashed the plates anyway. So now I have some broken
I
plates
see.
and some full plates and have done fuck all with them. And I started that in October. So my track record's not great for craft fairs.
Here. This is a good idea for you. Make slingshots and then sell those at markets. I'm telling you right now, the kids will be all over.
How do you make a slingshot?
It's just a stick that has like the two things like that, and then there's a band around it, and then it's like you just watch Dennis the Menace. You can see he always has
I
one,
know what one is, but
and
I'm just
then
trying to think of like, I don't think people would buy
but you
them.
can paint them. Yes, they would. I'm telling you right now, because that's like you can't give a kid a knife or a gun. But I mean, the market would be young, like boys. Like that's what it.
It's weird. Usually craft fairs are not
Well,
good
no.
with young boys.
Okay. All right, Epstein. I mean, I don't think. I think that's a good idea, and you can make like cool different ones. I mean, I would buy one.
Yeah, but
Honestly.
Shane, you also buy tech decks. So I don't know if you're like
Hey,
a regular person who would buy things at craft fairs. But you know what? Maybe.
if you were good at tech decks, you would buy it too. Okay.
One, I'm
Um,
lacking in that skill. No tech deck skills for.
I I actually had this idea the other day because I found a board. I was like, oh, I can make a tech deck skate park, and I was like, it was like Saturday night. We are just watching TV, and I'm like designing my tech deck skate park, and then we both fell asleep on the couch. The next day, she's like, "Your craft is getting in the way of like my vacuuming because it was like all these pieces you can like grind on, but I didn't glue them down, so they're just all over the place." Anyway,
She's a really
bless her
good
heart.
lady. Bless her heart. She's marrying you anyway.
Yeah. Oh God. Oh, we booked a trip to. We're going to Europe. So
When are you going to
yeah,
Europe?
in May we're going to UK, Scotland, Amsterdam, and Copenhagen.
That's exciting. I'm going to Paris in March or April. Sorry,
Oh,
the last week of
nice.
April. I'm going to be in Paris. Maybe we'll overlap.
Ooh, that'd be nice. See me stressed out on the plane. It's our first big trip together, so
That's
well, we
exciting.
went to Cuba once.
That's a big trip. Are you going to take Ativan?
Cuba was Ativan for the flight?
Mhm.
No. I don't. Well, I guess I could. I can't sleep on the flight though, like because I snore.
You can if you
So
take Ativan. You won't
yeah,
give a
but I'll
fuck.
snore.
Yeah, but you won't fucking care because you'll be out cold. And you'll just wake
Yeah,
up
but I
all
do
different.
care. I do care for the people. Actually, that's another new thing about me. I'm getting a CPAP machine.
Oh, oh, I'm really
Yeah,
excited for you.
but I had to do like you have to hook yourself up and then do the thing.
Yeah, you can't
So
sleep.
I've done it 3 times now because it kept flying off at night when I'm asleep,
How
and
many
they're
times?
like, What?
Sorry, go ahead.
I'm just saying that, yeah, I had to do it 3 times. Like, you're supposed to only do it once for 2 nights. I've done it 3, so 6 times altogether.
Oh.
And every time I go in, they're like, oh, have you done it correctly this time? Like, they're making fun of me. And the last time, they're like, we got one recording, but the other one, there was only 20 minutes of me breathing, so there was something wrong. So.
How many times were you waking up during the night? During an hour? Every hour? How many times were you waking up?
I don't normally wake up.
No, but like stop breathing, sorry.
Oh, I don't know. They didn't tell me any of the details yet. It did say a medium to severe.
Oh.
But...
I'm light to moderate.
Yeah, I think I'm in the medium area, but I'm just more doing it just because everyone's telling me that you just feel so much better the next day.
Yeah, it takes a long
I almost got... Okay, maybe I shouldn't say this.
Oh, now you have to.
Okay, so I feel like I have to take a couple checks with myself at work because, well, we go to the office once a week, right?
Mm-hmm.
But there's these private rooms that are silent rooms, like if you have to take a call and you can go in there. So sometimes I'll have to take a call, but I go in there like 20 minutes before my call and then just like sleep on the chair. But a few times I've woken up, like, I'm like, oh my god, I was definitely, like, snoring there. And when I come out, one time the manager's like, are you okay? I'm like... And I'm just thinking, I have to stop it because... So I just go to my car now and have a nap. But I have to stop it because I don't... That's a really embarrassing thing to, like, be called into, like, HR about that.
About napping at work or snoring at work or both?
Well, both in the private rooms. But
they're gonna think.
One time a lady walked into the room, and I was like, "Oh!" But I have my headset on and I have it open, so it's like, yeah.
This is amazing.
So yeah, the CPAP that's gonna fix me.
Have you tried Have you tried any yet?
I've did it before. I hated it. So
yeah,
this time I'm like more concerned about, having a full night's sleep and, I was a little more vain back then.
I'm not going to lie, I've abandoned mine.
Really?
Yeah.
What don't you like about it?
Well, it's the worst thing ever. Like, yeah, you have a good sleep, but you're attached to something, and I roll around a lot, and it just is.
So I found out,
irritates me.
My friend from work that got one just recently, he said the trick is to get a pillow with a hole in the middle so you can put your arm through and the cords can go through there too, I think.
That's a good one.
And because he said he tossed and turned too, but if he's like nailed down like that,
maybe I'll try that. I do need to get it out again. The trouble is there's so many mask options and trying to find the right one is really irritating. It's like trying to find the right ADHD meds. It's a lot of work.
Yeah, 100%. I just, like, did you just do the nose one or the mouth?
I've had like
one?
5 different ones. So I had the full face one, but it gave me really bad eczema in here. And I also felt like I was swimming. I know. So then I got one that was like just set, like put 2 little things up my nose, and my mouth was So I had that, and then that didn't work. So then I got another one that had pillows. Excuse, it's my
pillows.
My cuckoo clock. I had like these 2 pillows that just sat there, but they kept shifting, and then it was irritating. So now I have one. This is the one I actually like, and I still abandon it, but I need to get back. But it looks like it's round. It looks like a pig nose. Like it just sits on your nose like a snout.
Okay.
So that's the only one that I like, is the snout.
Because I would be worried that, like, because all the sound comes out of my mouth. So wouldn't I have to get the thing for the mouth?
No, because once it starts blowing in your nose, you close your mouth.
Oh.
Because I also do that. But it's so weird because when you do open your mouth, it's like all the air from inside your nose comes shooting out your mouth. It's so weird.
Oh my god.
It's a super weird feeling. I feel like everyone's had enough. Anyway, that's what it's like. So Godspeed to you. I hope it works out.
And actually, like, what really annoyed me is that I didn't take the thing back, like, for the test after, like, the day I was supposed to. I'm like, whatever, I'll just take it back. they send me a text. They're like, other people are waiting for that and stuff like that. Like a really sassy text, and I felt extremely bad. Like some guy's dying, and I had to fucking go there.
They'll be fine.
And so I go there, and and they're like, "Oh, thank you for bringing it back." And then they're like, "It didn't work, so we'll have to give you." And the lady's like, "Oh yeah, there's a few the other people's late ones are over there, and there's like 10." Like, wait, I'm like, are you fucking kidding me? I lied to them and said I had a family member pass in my text.
You're gonna
Because, well, I felt really bad. I'm like, oh, there's a family emergency and stuff. And then there's all these other people late, so I'm not bringing it back deliberately. I'm supposed to bring it back today. I'm deliberately not bringing it back till Friday.
I don't blame you.
But just to spite them.
But just be
But
prepared
anyway.
when you start abandoning it in the night. They text you all the time. They're like, I noticed you only wore it for 1 hour last night. They're very obnoxious.
I know. When I stopped taking it, they text me like every day.
Yeah.
I had to like block the number and stuff.
Yeah, it's a lot of texting. But eventually they just give up on you. So that's kind of nice.
Good.
Eventually they give up on you.
Well, what the hell's your problem this week?
Well, here's the thing. I'm pretty into the Olympics right now because I love sport.
Oh, really?
I'm also in a few months turning 49, which we've decided at work today, who my other friend who's turning 49, is that 49 is just a stupid number. Like, I'd rather be 50 or 48, but 49 is just like, I don't like it. I don't like that number, and I don't want to be 49.
You don't like the 49ers?
Yeah, I don't mind the 49ers. I don't know. I still like being that age. But then I started thinking about all the things now that I'm approaching 50 that I'm never going to have the opportunity to do. Unlike, in 5 years ago when maybe I could have. And I've kind of, I'm having a hard time with it. I'm not going to lie. Like, I will never be an Olympic athlete. Like,
that's one of your dreams?
It'd be cool to win a medal. I always thought that'd be pretty wicked awesome. That's not going to happen now. I'm fucking old. I'm never going to.
I know another Olympics that you could apply to be on that everyone wins a medal. But
yeah, maybe that would work out for me. And it's not like I've had any hope of winning a medal previous to this age that I'm turning, but I feel like it's really.
I'm still listening. I'll be right back.
Yeah, it's really off the table now. There's a couple of things that I just are really off the table now. Dating a professional.
Well, what's the other things? I'm curious.
Dating a professional hockey player, that's off the table. Because I'm old and I'm
No, it's not.
Yeah, no, I'm not going to date a professional hockey player.
But I'm
married, and B, I'm fucking 50 years old almost.
Yeah, but when you're 50, don't you get one hall pass?
No, I don't think so. I don't think that's how it works. Also, I'm pretty sure the 26-year-old professional hockey players are not going to be down with this middle-aged chick from Victoria.
That's the problem. That's one of your issues. You can't go on with the younger ones. You'd have to go with like the Wayne Gretzky's like least favorite player.
No, that's not the genre I'm looking for. So I'm too old to date professional athletes. I'm too old to be a professional athlete. I'm basically fucking done. Like, what am I good for? Nothing.
Ooh, nothing. You could date a professional athlete that was kicked off the team because they're a piece of shit. I'm sure they're at their lowest.
That's true. I really could.
And then you could say, "Hey, I work for the Olympics."
Just lie. I can prey on their vulnerability, but again, the other problem is that I do have a husband. So
yeah,
I really loused my life up, is what I'm thinking. I crashed all my hopes and dreams. Oh, the other thing, I always wanted to be a rock star. That's not going to happen. I'm never going to be a rock star.
Again, you just have to lower the bar. Your bars are too high. That's why you lower it.
Okay, what should I lower it to? Just join a band? A quartet?
You can join a band. You can start a band. There's YouTube now. You just, make a band.
It would be fun.
It's really easy to make. Can you play instruments?
Yeah, I can play the ukulele really well.
Well, there you go. Then you go on American Got Talent or Canada's Got Talent, and then you can apply, and then maybe you'll win, maybe you won't, but at least you try.
True. I don't think I'm that good. Maybe I'll practice. Anyway, I just am feeling old and useless a little bit, but you got 50 or 49 or however the fuck old I am.
Yeah, you look great. You're doing great. You just got to lower the bar
Okay.
to your expectations.
You know what?
Like, you know how easy it is to work for the Olympics? I worked for the Olympics and I gave M&Ms to fucking like the curler players like for a job one summer.
Really?
Like yeah. I did it for school,
And
but
that's kind of exciting.
it was cool, but it was all right.
I will tell you, a friend of mine was
Although
over on the weekend, and he was telling me that his friend works for a soda pop beverage company, and he got picked to go and supply that beverage to the Olympic Village. So he's going to the Olympics selling pop. Like,
that's awesome.
what the fuck?
So
That's
you
a
could do
thing?
that stuff.
I could do that. I wonder if they need a secretary. Do you think they need a secretary over there?
Oh, 100%.
Like an
Yeah.
admin assistant, maybe somebody to like be the greeter at the door. I could do that.
So because I was in the the media program, they got us all jobs for the Vancouver Olympics, but I applied late, so I didn't get any cool job. I was just like the running like fucking bread baskets around to each like the players or whatever. But the lady that was my boss, you could have done what she does. She just scheduled, and then in her bottom drawer she had a 2.6 of bourbon that she would pour out. And the only thing I hate is the uniforms are like so shit. Like they're like made in China, and the first day they're cords that went over my whole shoe, and I looked so dumb. So I just started wearing jeans, and I got reprimanded for that. And then my fucking it ripped. The crotch ripped out like the second day. But yeah, there's just a ton of jobs you can do for the Olympics.
They just have to be back here. I did really enjoy those puffer vests that the athletes were wearing at the opening ceremony with the with the maple leaf on the front. They were big and silly.
Yeah,
I'd totally rock one of those at a hockey rink. As a hockey mom, let me tell you.
Yeah. Well, you can get one for free if you just work there. That's why you have to lower the bar. You start with the craft table. Make a commitment with your husband that he can have a hall pass, and you have sex with an older ex hockey player, and then you work for the Olympics, and then all your dreams are box ticked.
And then just make a YouTube video of me playing the ukulele, and I'm fucking all in.
Goes viral.
Oh, Shane, you're making my dreams come true.
See,
just like that.
You just have to lower the bar. Yeah. See, I've always wanted to be in the show The Office, and I can just use AI to put me in the office episodes, and then show my family.
I can see that you would fit in that, actually.
Yeah, well, I know my acting is so bad.
It's actually how I picture you working. Is in the
well, I don't talk to anyone though.
No?
At work. I have one friend at work. That's it.
So you just sleep.
I'm too old. Yeah, I sleep.
Leave the break room and have no friends.
Well, it's mostly older gals, right? So it's like
my age. They're my age, Shane.
No.
Yeah.
Well, no.
They are.
They're on the cusp of retirement, is what's happening. But they had a free breakfast on Tuesday, actually.
Oh.
But
what'd you have?
They had danishes, muffins, yogurt, cereal, coffee, bagels and cream cheese, different kinds of bagels. It was nice. I didn't expect that, and it was really nice. And then I didn't realize there was free coffee, and then I went there, and I'm kind of nervous. Like I don't like being around people there, and I waited in line for the coffee, and I didn't realize you had to bring your own coffee mug for the coffee. So I had to like Naruto run out of the thing, and then I kept pacing back and forth with my mug, but I couldn't bring myself the confidence to go back in there because I thought they might think I'm trying to double dip on the breakfast.
Literally, no one was thinking that.
I think they were because they saw me pacing around trying to But
had you just gone in with the coffee cup and stood your ground, or double dip on the breakfast, who gives a fuck? Who paid for it?
The company. But the company paid for the breakfast.
Okay.
I think. I don't know.
Somebody.
But yeah, I don't know. It's a bit tense with like the free food options because There was a big Chinese food incident of
Oh
2024
my God,
or 25.
tell me what you did. What happened?
I didn't do anything.
Thank you.
No, I was late going to it. It's just the other people on the other side took way too much, and by the time we got there was nothing left, so a big email went out like, hey, you guys are a piece of shit, which I agree with. And we had to order pizza for ourselves. It was insane. So now they're really, really on it with like how much you take and stuff because those people fucked us over. Yeah. So that's your only problem is your aspirations.
Feeling like fucking, I don't know. I'm feeling old. I'm feeling kind of like sore. Feeling
48 is not old.
But
49.
I'm almost 49, which is a shit number. And it is a little bit old. I don't know. My kid's graduating high school. He's going to college in the fall. I'm in a bit of
That's
funk.
great.
I'm in a funk. I feel I'm useless. I'm just an old lady now with nobody needs me anymore, Shane.
No, it could be worse. Could be worse. I mean, I feel the same way at 37. So
But you're getting married.
But I just stay at home.
That's true.
Oh, yeah.
You got a whole new life ahead of you.
Ugh, yuck. But I don't think this is the time to do what you want to do because you don't care anymore.
That is true. I have minimal fucks to give.
Stop caring. Go to the keg. Order a margarita on a Wednesday. You know, it's yours to have now.
My time to shine. My time to.
So if you don't like 49, so what are you going to do for your birthday?
Probably nothing. I get back from Paris a couple days before, so I don't really care.
But you're going to tell people you're not 49?
Well, hopefully I'll have a new job and nobody there will know it's my birthday.
Nice.
That's the plan.
But they'll find out.
I don't know if they will.
They'll find out. Yeah. I got a Valentine's Day card at work from my manager.
That's sweet.
Well, I think she gives us cards and everything, but I'm starting to think I have to reciprocate like the card and the snack. Is that true?
No, she's probably doing it for morale. I think you're safe. Do you have Valentine's cards at home?
No, but I thought maybe I should get one. But then I was like, I don't know what the protocol is, because like Christmas card, like I get a Christmas card, got a Halloween thing, but like, do I give it back?
No, I don't think you do.
No.
You could maybe put.
And it was really great.
What was it?
It was a mini Bits and Bites package.
I fucking love that. I would way rather that than chocolate. Way rather.
Yes, me too. And it also was a scratch and sniff, and it said, "You're not corny," and it had popcorn on it. It smelled like popcorn.
Well, I like that. I like that.
She's the best.
We're not going to be here for I'm going to be apart from my love on Valentine's Day.
Really?
Yeah, my son.
You're gonna go. You found out there's professional athletes in Coombs or something?
Basically, I'm going to Comox for a U18 hockey tournament. So same
I knew it. Yes.
So we go on the 13th, and Valentine's Day is on the 14th, and then we're not home till the 16th. But like I always get my boys for Valentine's Day. Is he too old for that now that he's in grade 12?
No.
Get him a little treat.
My mom still gets me stuff.
All right.
So I mean I like the chocolate and stuff. I mean I had to tell my mom to kind of back off, like, because she gets me knickknacks, and that's what we're trying to get away from.
I love the knickknack. What does she give you for a knickknack?
Well, it's mostly Christmas, and it's just like, oh, here's these like owl themed oven mitts that are like too small and stuff, and I'm like, yeah. So we had to take just gift cards if you want to give us something. But she can't help herself. She was like, oh, this kind of looks like your dog, and get me like a salt and pepper shaker and stuff.
I sound like your mom. I do similar things.
Yeah.
I can't stop. My sister has a basset hound, and I can't stop buying her like basset hound Christmas stuff.
It's hard.
It's hard. I'm like, oh, this all of it looks like Walter, and it makes me want to think about him.
Yeah, I'm really bad with picking up stuff. I'm trying to be better. Like, I showed you my haunted mask.
You did not.
Oh.
But I'm pretty...
Yeah, I got in trouble for this one.
That's like a creepy porcelain clown mask. For those of you not
I loved it
on YouTube, it's creepy as fuck.
I got it, and I'm like, how much is that? It was like behind the counter at this like consignment store, and he's like, it's $20. I'm like, put it in the basket.
Did not spend $20 on that. Okay, if you're at home, you know those like dolls that have they're clown dolls and they have the hard white face, and then they usually have like, oh my god, you're creeping me out. They have like the jester black and white checked bodies. Shane's got him. Is it? He's got the mask and he's wearing it, and it's weird AF.
Well,
Or is it hard?
what if it was like the mask and I became this person?
Is it like porcelain or is it plastic?
No, it's porcelain.
So is it a wall hanging?
I put it on the wall, but the guy's like, I've had that for quite a long time, and no one has ever wanted to buy that. And Robin's like, we're trying to not collect things like that.
I feel like I am you, and Robin and Zach are the same people. What's your favorite thrift store? Oh, you have now you've got a mannequin's head with a really shitty wig on it. Mannequin's head.
I don't know. I haven't really been going anywhere, but the one on Cedar Hill actually is really good. But this was in Market Square. There's like a new consignment place that has weird stuff. Yeah. It's a bit hipstery there, but I kind of wandered in during Christmas, but
well, I like the consignment store. Have you been to the SOS in Parksville? It's 2 stories of junk, and
yes, I have, and yeah, I can't go there. I'll come home with like paintings and dead people's like keychains and shit.
Yeah, I have similar issues there. I come home with a dress usually that then I immediately give back to a thrift store here because I get crazy and impulse buy things.
Amazon is like my death note. It's like I have so much shit. Like I just got I don't even know. This is why if I was to quit drinking, I think Amazon would be like, we're missing a big customer after that. This game where it's like wood and you have balloon heads and they have like pins on their hands and you like fight the other person.
Oh, that sounds really dangerous.
Yeah, it's gonna be tough in the divorce, like, because I'm gonna get all this shit and zero money. She's gonna she'll make me take all my shit, and that's gonna be the worst part.
She's gonna get the house, and you're gonna get everything in it that you bought.
Yeah, I'll have to live in a storage locker.
I will admit that my Amazon deliveries have gone down significantly since I started taking ADHD meds. Like significantly,
really?
Yeah.
Yeah. No, I've been really trying not to do it, but unless it's something I really need. But yeah, I guess I could tell you what my other problems are.
Yeah, let's do it.
So, okay. Well, the first one, so I got a text the other day that from my neighbor that to be careful because a dog got out in our neighborhood, and there's an old lady on the corner that has a new puppy, and that this dog that got loose attacked the old woman and the dog, and they both had to go to the hospital. Yeah. So anyway, I did my due diligence because I know a couple people live in the area that have dogs, so I sent them the message that I got just to warn them. Because my hairdresser lives down the road. So I messaged her, and then I messaged my friend on the other side, and then it turns out that it was my friend's dog that I sent him the message to.
No.
Yeah. And so he's like, yeah, that was me. I'm like, oh, fuck. I was legitimately trying to warn you. I wasn't trying to, because he thought I was trying to shame him or something. And so what happened, but they got his street wrong. So now I'm in a weird position because they're, like, the whole street is really mad at these people.
Well, yeah.
But if they find out that I'm associated, there's going to be a problem because we just decided to try to walk our dogs together because he just got this dog. And I guess she's really reactive towards other dogs. So my dog's reactive toward giant men, and he's a giant man. So I thought we could desensitize them by walking separately.
Or it's going to be a total clusterfuck.
Well, I already went once. and it was fine. Like the dog, like my dog was scared, his dog was lunging, but we were on the side of the street. But the problem is that that was after the incident, and he didn't tell me that that happened. So here I am, not knowing that this dog has put an old lady in the hospital, and the other neighbors probably saw me walking with this dog.
You need to disassociate with that person.
Well, I feel bad because he just needs a muzzle. She just needs.
Does she have a muzzle?
No, I have one. I'm gonna give it to him, but he did have a giant flag on the leash saying "reactive dog."
Well, that's good. And people are.
But I guess, yeah. But this is well. I mean, Robin's kind of blaming them, but they didn't have the leash on in the car. It was 24 hours after they got the dog. So when they got home, she opened the door to get like some groceries out, and the dog just ripped out of the car and then just immediately attacked an old woman. And the puppy has a cone on its head.
Oh, that's terrible.
So that's my first issue, because I still want to go for walks with them though, but I'm gonna have to say meet me across like in the park or something.
Yeah, and are you nervous that this dog is going to try to kill you or Hazel?
Yeah, I'm nervous. Well, I don't care about me. I can figure it out, but I don't want to traumatize my dog more.
And she's already slightly traumatized. Am I not? I'm correct,
yes,
right? She's
correct.
already like pretty neurotic.
But for people though, not dogs.
Okay. Can we just hang on one?
So what do I do?
Hang on one sec. Get my purse and then just bring it to me. Sorry.
What? Are you getting a call?
No, my kid is going out for dinner and has no money. So I'm taking my card because I'm a nice.
Well, your Boston Pizza gift certificate.
Oh, I do have a Boston Pizza gift card, dude.
I knew it. I know you so well.
He's not. He's using it. He just wants my cash. He just wants my cash. You can't take poor Hazel out with this other dog. It's unpredictable.
But I had such a good time before, but now this history, and I feel bad even talking to him about it. But then also, we can't make this into a clip because I don't want anyone to see it. But I think that his wife didn't tell him the full details of what happened, because he's like, I didn't know that, like, she had to go to the hospital and stuff. She apparently was like, your dog's gonna be dead in the next week. Like, she's a really old bad bitch. Like, she's like, really tough around the edges. What?
If a dog attacked me and put me in the hospital and attacked my puppy, I feel like that dog maybe needs some, I don't even know what. That dog...
Well, they made a statement to, like, the animal control and stuff. So they were forthcoming with the people. But it was only 24 hours after they got her, so they didn't even know that they weren't really well informed by the people. But that old lady she's so tough, and she's like one of the nicest people. But so now I don't know.
No.
It only was for such a nice time. He brought snacks and beers, and then we walked. I'm like, this is a great walk.
I mean, it's up to you, but what if it... I don't know. Shane. This is a tough one. Poor Hazel. Poor Hazel. But you also need a friend to drink beer with, so...
Well, I could just walk with him, but... Yeah, I don't know. I just thought it would be fun to have a walking buddy, you know? But...
What if the dog attacks you, though?
Well, if it attacks me, I'll be fine. I'm fine.
Is it a big dog or a small dog?
She's a puppy. She's like 3.
That's not a puppy. That's old enough to know better. Don't make excuses.
I'm not. See, this is like double. You are like Robin. You're saying exactly the same thing she's saying to me.
Weird.
Because I feel bad. But she's like, yeah, I think people shouldn't have that dog, because, I mean, number one, you should have the leash on in the car, too, but...
It does make sense. It does, especially if you don't know the dog. There's many
Yeah.
problems here. This I don't know you. I don't know if there's a straight solution to this problem, to be honest with you.
This is my solution. There's a park across from our neighborhood. I'm gonna meet him there and see how it goes, and we'll keep
All
our
right.
distance.
On
And
leash.
then I can make the decision after. Oh, yeah, only on leash.
All right.
Because I will say that they had one of those leashes that goes really far. You know, when you
That's
pull it,
those
they're
are
so
terrible.
bad.
I thought those were
Yeah,
banned.
I don't know, but the dog did come at us with the long leash.
You're not helping yourself here with this story. As this story progresses, you're not
Uh,
winning any favors with it. So they have no
they,
control of a dog. It has a retractable leash, which are super dangerous because even if they're held
yeah,
tight, they can let go at any minute. No.
they have 2 kids too, but apparently the dog's good around kids too.
Yeah. For now.
That's what worried me the most, mostly.
Awful story. I feel like this story's going to end up in the news. And you're going to be like, yeah,
God,
I knew them when.
no.
I knew them when. I knew them when
Yeah,
both their kids had legs.
you'll know it's gonna be me interviewed on the news if my face is blacked out and they change my voice. I'm like, yeah, I am friends with that dog person.
Seemed fine to me.
But anyway, so okay, I'll report back what happens.
Yeah. I hope you don't have scars on your face when you report back to us.
Well, I'm gonna be keeping my distance. That's what I'm gonna do.
You need to figure out like rule of thumb or like the sword length. You need to figure out how far that leash can go and then stay like half a meter apart from it.
Well, he's a big guy, so I feel like he can get in the middle there. I feel safe around him.
Oh, that's nice.
But anyway, so that was my actual problem. And I had another weird incident happening. I'm in a weird incident phase right now. I was on the show at Heckler's a couple weeks ago. Shows went really well, but my elementary school janitor was in the front row, which is kind of interesting. Yeah. And so after the show, you know where the comedians sit at the back?
Yeah.
So he comes up, he's like, "That was so funny. You're hilarious." I feel like something like this has happened to me before. Wait a second. Didn't I talk about this before? Something about this?
The custodian?
Yes. It's just kind of ringing a bell that this has happened to me before.
No, I don't know.
I'm talking about it. I think I talked about something like this on the pod before, but this actually just happened, so this might be repeat incidents. It's kind of fucking me up thinking about it right now. Well, ask Dan; he'll remember it all. But anyway, so the guy comes up in front of all the comedians, and he's like, "Great set tonight." And I was like, "Yeah, I haven't seen you in a while." Blah, blah, blah. And then I was like, "Yeah, good times at the elementary school there." And he's like, "Hey, you know a priest tried to suck me off when I tried to I drove this priest home from the New Year's party with all the families, and this priest tried to suck my dick." And he got really serious, and I was like, "Oh, I have heard about this incident from my parents because I was actually at this party, but he said it out loud in front of everyone around. It was so weird." And then I didn't know how to exit the conversation.
There is no way to exit that conversation and say to be like, sorry to hear that, bro. Like, how? What do you respond? Like, oh, did you let him? Like, what's the?
So I said, because he's like, oh, well, at first he said, I don't know if you remember this, but there was that incident with the priest. And I was like, oh, because I heard the story from my parents that he drove a guy home. And I was like, oh, did you touch your leg or whatever? And he's like, no, he tried to suck my dick while I was driving. And then, but his daughter and his son were standing right beside him too. And then I was like, oh, I'm really sorry to hear that. And then he's like, also, my wife left me too. And like everyone around me was like, why the fuck does this happen to you? Like weird shit happening to me like constantly. And I'm like, yeah, anyway, I'm glad you enjoyed the show. I just was like, thank you so much for the compliment. And But my problem is, like, how would you get out of that conversation?
Yeah, I don't know how to respond to any of this.
I did
Like,
like a half hug. That
that was nicer than I probably would have done.
and get this. So after he said that, and I was like, okay, I'm trying to like remain calm. His daughter's like, hey, can I tell you a joke? And I can't specifically remember what the joke was, but it was about a priest fucking a kid.
Oh, fuck, Shane.
I know.
How do, like, you are mind-boggling. Like, your life.
Doesn't it sound like I made this up? But I have friend of the show Alex Foreman that I
Yeah.
told her all about it. She was there. And so I have witnesses. Chris Gordon was there.
Oh, well, Chris Gordon is pretty great. And I did sit with Alex last time I was at Heckler's.
Yeah.
But I just don't understand, like, how you have this, like, law of attraction around you that
Because
just people open up to
I
you
think I was cursed.
or blessed.
I don't know, but I had a friend there that I hadn't seen in a while sitting at the bar waiting for me, and then here I am amongst this fucking insanity. I don't like that. I don't want to be there. But I can't just be like, sorry about that and leave.
Yeah, I don't think there's a proper way to respond to that. Like, I'm rarely at a loss for words, but I don't know what possibly you could have said in that situation
Well, I try.
to
I'm
make
like, oh,
it
it's horrible.
like, wow, I'm
I was
really
like, that's
sorry to hear that you almost got sexually assaulted. Like,
yeah. It was really strange, and I think that's the issue. Is I generally when people say insane things to me, I'm also genuinely curious about. So I
yeah,
probably do add on to it. I'm like, oh, what happened after that? And guess what?
that would not be appropriate. Maybe
They
you
just
could have been like, hey, why don't we go for a coffee and talk about it one day and then never
no,
go for the
no,
coffee?
no,
No.
no. I guess what I'm trying to say is, after a show, a compliment is is nice for people. Like I'm pretty down on myself like a lot, so a compliment about how well I did is greatly appreciated. But please keep your personal life. Send me an email if you want to tell me stuff. Send me an email
That's a fair request. Like,
because then I can review it. I can review it and I can format a good answer from ChatGPT and send it back to you. But in person, no, thank you.
no, it's not a very comedy forward thing to say, I feel like.
I also
Yeah,
just realized Heather the dog groomer, she's gonna have some things to say about that too. She's a listener, friend of the show.
okay, well, Heather, tell us what you think. Shane should have done.
No, don't tell.
Or don't.
I actually almost burned my bridge with Heather by accident. I thought she would text me when the dog was ready, but I I was like shopping around in Langford because I drop the dog off and I go and I drink a beer at Darcy's or whatever it's called, and I have lunch, and then I kind of walk around to the shops, and for some reason I assumed she told me that she would, or she didn't tell me. She's like, she'll be ready in an hour, but I was like 2 hours late, and she had to text me, hey, did you forget to pick up your dog? And I was like, in fairways, being like, oh, this would be a nice snack for later and stuff. But anyway, sorry, Heather. I just want to say sorry about that.
We appreciate you listening despite having to deal with Shane.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Yeah,
okay. Well, I think that's a good note to end on because I don't really know where to go from there, Shane. Some sexual assault in the church. He was an adult when this happened, I'm assuming.
He was, yeah.
Okay, well, that makes it a little not more acceptable. Still, anyway, it doesn't make it any more accessible. Let's forget. Okay, so this has been a great episode. Jane, thanks so much for sharing these weird stories.
Aren't you glad it's just me and you now?
So glad. So glad. I think we need to, Shane, do you want to shout out our new producer?
But yeah, so we have a new producer. He passed. He was in a car crash. And now we have Taryn Corbin. Yep, for Taryn.
Yay, Taryn, thank you for being here. For the record, Bo is not dead. He's just moved on to greater things than this podcast.
Greater pastures.
Greener pastures, yes. This has been fun. We've decided to do every 2 weeks because it's just me and Shane. And although Shane probably has enough stuff going on in his life to fulfill a full podcast once a week.
2 weeks is good.
2 weeks is probably all we can take of Shane's life at a time. So that's what we're going to stick with. If you do have something that's chapping your hide, that's bugging you, let us know. Send us a message on Instagram. I don't even know how to get onto her. I'm not admin on our Instagram page, but I'm sure Shane will pass on what's going on our Instagram page.
Taryn has the passwords and stuff.
So. Taryn will tell us. It's best that Shane and I probably stay away from being able to get into our Instagram account, I would say. Tell us what's bugging you, and we will attempt to do this more regularly we're going to attempt to do this every 2 weeks on the same day. Whether that works, it's hard to say. But at the moment, that's our plan. Anyway,
let's do it.
Let's do it. This has been What the Hell's Your Problem? We had a number of problems today. We would like to thank Ghostbuster for our theme song. We'd like to thank Taryn for producing us. And I think that's all our thanks. Shane?
Yeah, thank you so much. That's great.
See y'all in a fortnight, y'all. Bye.
See ya.